My name is Sean, as known as the Meter Man. I'm 27 years old and I was born in St. Louis, Missouri. When I was about 5, I put, you go to the store and you buy those little plugs that you can splice on your cords if they get bad. And my mom, I vaguely remember it, but I was like 5 years old and I had actually wired up a plug on my mom's vacuum cleaner.
Although Sean usually uses his electrical abilities only for good, he can occasionally get himself into some trouble.
I had made me a handheld doodad. It consisted of 3 transmitters from the various manufacturers of garage door openers. I had Craftsman, I had Genie, and I had Stanley. And I wired them up on a board, and I wired all the buttons in series, so I have one button. When I push one button, all 3 transmitters would transmit. And I know that this was freaking people out because I used to be on the school bus, and I could open everybody's garage door. We'd be letting kids on the bus and I'd hit the button and like 3 or 4 garage door openers on all the 3 houses would all raise up at once, you know, and I'd hit the button again and they would go all back down, and I'm thinking, this is sweet, you know, and I was just getting so carried away with this thing, you know, and I said, you know, maybe I can make something out of a garage door opener. So I hung one on my basement ceiling and I had the unit all powered up and I put it on like the remote control on like an alarm clock. I hooked it to my alarm clock and I wired some rope off of the chain that goes around the rail, you know, and I wired that and I clamped it to my sheets of my bed, and I would set the timer for when I want to get up, and when I'd wake up in the morning, the garage door opener, the remote would send a signal to the opener and pull the covers off of me automatically. And if I wanted to sleep an extra 5 minutes, I'd just hit the snooze bar and they'd bring them back on for 5 more minutes.
As smart as Sean is, and as much as he's accomplished on his own, he's not afraid to give credit where credit is due. He's also not afraid to talk about his own personal struggles.
Yeah, I guess I could say, you know, God's given me this gift of electrical knowledge, you know, and I don't know how, you know, I thank Him, you know, and when I was a little kid, I was diagnosed at age, I would say about 2 years old, diagnosed with autism, but my mom said it was very, very mild, and she kind of knew, because you know that just by my speech, how I was, because I was repeating myself a lot and repeating things that my mom and dad would say, but on the other token, you know, my mom's going to try everything in her power to raise me and halfway normal through the school systems, you know, and just, you know, be my own self and just I get along real good with people. I like to say that, you know, out of everything, you know, God may have gave me autism, but on top of that, the gifts that I can do with electricity is just extraordinary. And not just electricity, but I love to use these gifts to help other people that are in need.